Good morning. Good morning, everybody. My name is Brandon Vitalingam, and I am your breakthrough partner. And this is Success Bites. How you doing? It is yet another beautiful day today, and I'm enjoying my walk. First thing in the morning. Here in Canada, we get some terrible winters. So, when the sun's shining, you got to make the most of it. You got to try and get out there, get a nice early morning walk, get in the sunshine. It's nice because it's actually pretty warm. It's a nice breeze as well. So I hope you don't mind. I'm taking you out on my walk with me. Good morning. Okay, so I hope everybody's week's going well. It's Thursday today. We're so close to the weekend. I know once upon a time I used to live for the weekend. But now, every day is like the weekend. So we get to enjoy this, get to have some time freedom, which is awesome. So moving on to the topic for today. Have you ever asked yourself the question, I've been working in my business and I just don't seem to be getting the results, or I've been doing this for so long and I don't seem to be achieving what I need to, or this just isn't working. I've been there quite a few times until I understood something very important. If that's you, please keep on listening, because I'm going to explain to you something which we actually do know already, but we don't really pay attention to, so we don't actually set it. But we set it with so many other things, is setting realistic expectations. And when we set realistic expectations for ourselves, then we understand the timing of everything. Sorry, I hope you don't mind if I'm not looking at you, because I don't want to walk into a lamppost or anything. So it's setting realistic timelines. Now, everybody has been involved in some kind of martial arts at some point, or knows somebody who's been involved in martial arts or knows about martial arts. And again, I'm going to use the analogy of martial arts because I used to be involved in martial arts for many years. And what you find is when you take your kids or you go and you start doing martial arts, the question that most people don't ask is, how long does it take to become a black belt? Because really it's a null and void question. How long does it take to become a black belt? Well, it takes as long as it takes, because people generally understand that the grading process to become a black belt is how good you are. Did you get to that point yet? Did you reach that first level of proficiency that you can move on to the next level? So there's some people who take years to move up to their next belt, purely because they haven't reached that level of proficiency. Now, sometimes it irritates people. It's like, why didn't I get my next belt? Well, it's because the sensei or the master, whatever martial art it would be, turned around and looked at you and saw your level of proficiency and made the judgment call that you're not quite there yet. Where does that put you? That puts you in a position of having to work harder. So when you make the decision and you understand, in order for me to get to my next belt, I need to work harder. I need to get better. It's not by the theory that you get better, it's by the action that you get better. So, they work harder. They put in more hours. They do the practicals in order to get better, in order to grade and pass and get to the next belt. Now, how does this relate to business and entrepreneurs? It's when you're setting up a business for the first time or for the second time, if you're partnering up with a relationship marketing company, you have to put yourself in the position of setting your timeline. Of first of all, not asking the question of how long will it take me to be successful? Because that's not really the question. It's not how long will it take you to be successful, because everybody's different. You know, you've got those people who are very extreme extroverts who may do it faster. Then you have people who are very much introverts who take a lot longer to come out of themselves. It really is what level of action, for how long am I prepared to consistently commit to learning the action to get the desired outcome, okay? When you have that thought pattern and you set the time limit, then you're going to have a lot more success. And generally you'll find it may come a little faster because now you're committed to it, because you haven't put a timeline to it. And I know with a lot of relationship marketing companies, you know, it's like you're going to make X amount of dollars in this period of time. Or they look up to somebody who's making a lot of money and they turn around and say, I did it in this period of time. But if you set other people's standards for yourself or other people's timelines for yourself, then generally you're going to get very upset, because if you don't hit that timeline, or somebody turns around to you and says, you know, you could do this in 6 months and you don't, then you're in that position like, it's not working for me. When if you just consistently carried on and learnt the skills that are needed to be learned, then everything could switch for you and change for you, because it's your journey, it's not somebody else's journey. So you can't dictate your success based on somebody else's success. The other thing is, with martial arts, obviously, there's a cost to it. You pay for the classes, you pay for the gi, which is the uniform, you pay for the tournaments that usually, you know, sometimes they go on a little bit longer than you expect them to, sometimes a little bit more expensive than you expect them to be, but you do it because you've committed to the long-term consistency of the action to gain an outcome, which is heading towards a black belt. So it takes time and effort and consistent, persistent action to be able to get there. But again, there's no time limit on it. Now, generally it takes about a 2 to 3 year period, but people are different. So some people take longer, some people do in a shorter period of time. Some people double grade and get to skip a belt and go to the next belt. The reason being is because we're all different. And when we understand that we are in it for the long haul, and you set the time limit as much as it needs to be, you just focus on the action and learning the mastery of what it is that you do, and it will happen, okay? So setting realistic time limits to what it is you're doing is very important, okay? So that's the word of the day, is set realistic time limits for everything. Don't put yourself in a position where you're looking at somebody else and you're setting your time limits by them. Be realistic, be in it for the long haul. Don't focus on the time limit it's going to take you to be successful. If you focus on the mastery of whatever it is you're doing, then that will generally come faster, because you get better at what you're doing, because your focus is in the right place. It's on learning the skill to achieve the outcome. So if you consistently learn the skill, consistently with it, you'll do far, far better, okay? So consistency, persistency, which I always keep on driving, stay committed, okay? Set realistic time frames for what it is that you need to do, okay? Master what it is you need to master. So guys, this is me, Brandon Vitalingam, getting a little bit tired, getting used to this walking stuff. So guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Please do something amazing today that changes your tomorrow. If you've got some value out of this, please share it. Let somebody else know about it. There's somebody else who's looking for nugget of information. Pay it forward to somebody else. Please share this video. And I will see you tomorrow, Friday, at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you tune in at 12 o'clock. EST, 9 p.m. PST to catch Michelle's message. Guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Take care. Bye-bye.